Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. I'm dragging butt this morning. I need to say that I'm mentally, emotionally, and physically exhausted. It's been that kind of week. It's been that kind of past couple of weeks. Let me timestamp this puppy and really get into this message because it might be a rather lengthy one. It is 2:30 in the a.m. and it's August 29th. Okay, we got that clear. Thank God for Fridays. And it's a long holiday weekend. Thank God for the rest. I'm going to be busy changing up just a tainch. It's an old southern word. Some of you won't know what a tainch is, but I'm going to be changing up my t-shirt logo this weekend, so I'll be busy doing some artwork and, working on my hustle. But I wanted to just share this with you. Okay, so my hoodie today has a quote from Malcolm X on it. I love Malcolm. I wish more young people understood Malcolm and not believe the propaganda that the FBI has put out. If you want to understand Malcolm, first read the autobiography of Malcolm. And I believe that was written by Alex Haley, another phenomenal author. If you can, get your hands on a copy of Roots, the TV series. For those of you who refuse to acknowledge that Black history, and we shouldn't have to say Black history, but we have to, because there are people who want to deny or soften up the imagery. But watch Roots. And there are a bunch of other films I could recommend if you truly want to know. But I'm going to leave that subject for a different time. Maybe I'll add it on today. Anywho, the statement on my t-shirt or my hoodie says, truth. Truth. Facts, y'all. Facts. I'm quick to put that 100 on a lot of comments. Let's be 100 about this. Truth does not change. Only our awareness of it. It's been true all along. Now, some of us can't handle stuff all at once. It's like that hose nozzle that we grew up with. You turn it on and there's certain levels of spray. There's a drip, a drizzle, whatever, when you get to the place where you turn it off. And that's how most of us grab our history. For me, I like the full blast spray. It removes the dirt. It helps clear the things that convolute, excuse me, or pollute. So I want my truth real, raw, 100 and unfiltered. And that's how I try, for the most part, to deliver my information. Notice I said for the most part. Sometimes I hold back because I don't want to blast an already fragile person. But other times, I will blast a fragile person because they're hiding behind. And we spent a great deal of time hiding behind the adulterating components of their presentation. I put it like that. In other words, they hide behind and hold on to lies and delusion. And they use that to continue to gaslight. They use it as a tool of manipulation. Yeah, I know I said a mouthful right there. All that being said, so the other day I got the "I thought you were supposed to be a minister" speech. Now, a lot of people like to put the quotes and comments in their videos. I don't want to do that. I want to protect people's anonymity. But I also want to address the issue globally. Nobody needs to be put on blast or doxxed and all that good stuff, that people have a tendency to do, to clap back. I address people personally. I am about that life. And I'll tell you that. I'm about that life. I have no problem. You want to throw hands? We can do that too. Brutally honest about who I am. Okay? Let me put that right up front. But what I won't do is allow you to bring a lie to me or sugarcoat yours to make everything okay. I told you guys, told you up front, I am surgical with the truth because that's what I do for a living. I watch. I make mental note. Then I'll come back to the conversation when you decide to present the delusion or the lie. Well, you thought you were playing me for stupid. And some people really don't like me because of that. And some people really don't talk to me because of that. And I'm okay with it. I need to say that. I have a real sense of myself, who I am and what I bring to the table. Now, do I always like me? Yeah, sometimes I have to re-examine. But again, I'm not going to celebrate your delusion or ignore a lie. Just not going to do it. So let me get into the statement that somebody made. They pretty much accused me of leading people away from the church, or some level of heresy. And the question that I posed is that out there because I've challenged an individual to use critical thinking? I'm still waiting for a response. I'm challenging you to challenge what you say you know, what you say you believe. And it doesn't have to be an out there challenge. It's personal, individual thought. See, the church teaches corporate. And it's okay to come together to pray for a specific outcome, like peace. I'm celebrating that. Or, you've outgrown your space based on, population and your commitment and the draw. So you need a larger space. Okay? Physical protection from the elements. Not from people. Because the whole point of the church is for the people. But see, now we've gone to this place of mega church. And I need a helicopter. And I need a jet. And I need a mansion for my family. folks. If you are truly following the example of Christ, which most people say they are, please look at how he selected the disciples and from what group the disciples were collected from. Did anybody have a mansion? Now, there were people of wealth mentioned in Scripture. And look at the examples. You also have to take into consideration who wrote specific passages, why they wrote specific passages, what is the historical context of specific passages. But the people who have been commenting to me are the very same people who have that information spoon-fed for them. Well, pastor said, is there a possibility that your pastor could be wrong? Is there a possibility? Just saying. And then what do you do in that case? Do you suck it up, buttercup? Is there a possibility that the interpretation that you received is based on somebody's personal experience, and because it did certain things to their life, this is how they're conveying it? What does that mean to you? Okay, this is going to be a two-parter.